All right, so we have Marty Beauchamp with Red Pencil Architecture on the show today, and really excited as we've been able to work together on several projects over the years, and mainly in Louisville area, but Red Pencil Architecture is all over Colorado, and so I want to hear more about Red Pencil and your journey and your story and how you got to the point in life that you're at right now. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. I know we've been trying to do this for some time now, so I'm glad we finally made it work. So yeah, I'm Red Pencil Architecture with my partner, Andrew Dratch. I'm a native through and through, born, raised in Arvada.
All right.
I grew up here, went to school at the University of Colorado, and I've pretty much worked in the area ever since getting out of school.
Yeah, native like me. There's not many of us.
There's not.
Yeah.
So it's been a great place to grow up and work. Out of school, actually started with a firm down off of Pearl Street that specialized in, of all things, golf clubhouses. Very
Really?
specific niche. Did golf clubhouses all over the world. But right out of school, it was an ideal situation. I just did a lot of the entry-level type work, blueprinting, running errands, got into some drafting, was finally tasked with designing some of the outbuildings on a golf course, the comfort stations, the weather barriers, those type of things. So it was a great place to begin. I was there for 6 years, moved on to a local residential firm, and worked there for almost 16 years.
Who was that?
KGA.
Okay.
Yeah, and kind of a fun story. As I was working downtown on Pearl Street, lunch hours, I would go across the street. I was kind of a baseball fan, card collector. There was a shop down there. I'd go in there at lunch, open packs. There was another guy that came in pretty regularly. Got to talking, and it was Jerry Gloss.
Yeah.
So we struck up a conversation, had a lot in common, and soon thereafter I joined KGA. And like I said, I was there for 16 years, partner for the last 6 years. Made it through the recession of 2007.
Yeah. So you, going back,
yeah,
I'm going to switch directions. What's your best baseball card pick that
I've pulled from a pack?
That you've pulled from a pack.
Well, a Griffey rookie, Derek Jeter rookie.
Wow.
The early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, kind of when I got started.
Do you still?
Not so much.
Yeah.
No, it's gotten a little out of control.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So KGA, great firm out of Boulder.
Yeah, it's really where I developed, learned everything residential.
Yeah.
Great experience. It just got to the point where I found myself not as fulfilled. Found myself getting away from architecture a little bit more, managing a firm, managing people. Just wanted to get back to doing what I loved, and that was everything involved with architecture, from the initial client interaction, developing the as-builts for renovations, and then schematic design all the way through working drawings. Both Andrew and I really appreciate the entire phase of documenting a project. Andrew was one of our designers at KGA, and he left several months before me. And when I left, we reconnected and started Red Pencil.
And was this after the recession?
Yeah, this was 2012. And so we're going on 13 years now, and I've never looked back. It was obviously tough going out on our own.
Yeah. But that was the right time, though.
It was.
Because 2013 through 15, we started seeing the market turn around here locally with projects. And
So we opened up a small studio in Prospect, just outside of Longmont.
Yeah.
A great little neighborhood.
That is a cool neighborhood.
So we did several projects in there and then just branched out. We've been up north in Heron Lakes, the new TPC golf course.
Yeah.
Done probably over 20 custom homes in there.
And that's a high-level, beautiful subdivision.
It is. Yeah, they did a great job developing it. And coincidentally, my original firm designed the golf clubhouse out there, which was...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
So
did you give them some tips on the outbuildings on the
No.
on the course?
So Yeah, it's just been Andrew and I. That's something that's very unique with us. I think being just the two of us, we're involved with every project together. We both attend every meeting. We both are involved in design and documentation. Andrew's strength probably is a little bit more on the creative rendering side, and my strength, honestly, is more the nuts and bolts, putting the homes together. I really enjoy that. So,
is his creative idea buildable? Right?
Exactly.
And that's what you help him do.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Andrew's been with you. So he was with KGA before as well. And it's the two of you, but the two of you have done, the TPC. You guys have done stuff in Aspen, all over Denver, to Timnath, to Louisville, historic remodels. And you guys have definitely some worthy projects to note that have made it into like Lux Design Magazine.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. We're not ones to promote our work as far as awards, that type of thing. Maybe it's a fault of ours. But just recently, in May, we found out that one of our remodel projects finaled for a national Golden Nugget Award.
Wow.
And then just last month, we found out that we won Best Remodel or Restored Single-Family Home in the country.
Wow.
For a project down in Greenwood Village.
Wow. That's pretty phenomenal.
It was pretty cool.
The designers are the ones who like to promote the projects, right?
So we had a fabulous team. Our builder, the interior designers were wonderful.
Who was the interior designer?
Kimberly Timmons.
Okay. Where's she out of?
They're out of Denver.
All right.
Yeah.
But the builder?
Gruber.
Gruber. Okay.
Yeah, Gruber Homes.
Oh.
The clients were all in. This was going to be their forever home.
Was it the one that also was in Colorado Homes and Lifestyle?
No, this one actually was just featured in Lux this month's issue.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to catch that one. Because you were in Colorado Homes and Lifestyles magazine as well. One of your renovations there, right?
Yeah.
So you guys know what you're doing, that's for sure. You've done a lot in Louisville, so your name is well known. People refer you. I don't see you out there, Instagramming. But some of our clients chose you out of 3, and we'll talk more about the Parkview project. And I remember them saying that they just really connected with you guys, that they felt these are the guys we want to design our home. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
So. Yeah,
I think we've got a unique dynamic between Andrew and I. He's a bit younger than I am by 13 years. He's got a younger family. I'm an empty nester right now with 2 older children. And so there seems to be always a way to connect with our clients, whether it's through our activities. Andrew's a golfer. I love to fly fish and play pickleball.
Yeah.
Whether it's talking about our kids, there's always some connection that kind of bonds us together.
Have you been to the new Relish in Louisville?
I have.
Yeah. What did you think?
I think it's fabulous.
Really?
They did a great job.
I don't play pickleball yet. My wife and daughter are playing right now, and they went over to Relish, not to play pickleball, but there's like 7 different restaurants in there.
Yeah.
It's like a food court. I got to make it in there.
It's going to succeed.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
If you're a pickleball fanatic.
If you're just a general foodie.
Yeah. Good food.
Yeah.
So you have, you're a native of Colorado, red pencil architecture. It seems like you and Andrew don't want to become a big firm. You want to really put like your personal touches into each one and not run employees. What's your 5-year vision for Red Pencil?
Boy, just, we've had every opportunity to grow the firm. We've gotten in, I think we've done a great job managing projects. We don't take on too much. And we've been super busy over the 13 years with little to no advertising. As you mentioned, we put our job sign up on our projects, and that's really it. We have an Instagram, but we're not on it weekly or daily, or sometimes not even monthly, just to continue creating great designs.
And it's all residential.
It is.
No commercial.
We've dabbled in a few projects, mainly for some of our residential clients. We did the community restaurant in Lafayette.
Yeah.
We did a small addition to Left Hand Brewery for an acquaintance. but really it is all residential. And at this point, it's mainly single family. We did a lot of attached product early on. We did a lot of the Steel Ranch product for Boulder Creek. But it is really just custom homes and renovations.
What do you think sets you and Andrew apart when you're one of 3 architects being interviewed for a project?
Yeah, good question. I think we really connect with our clients. I think we're great listeners. As I mentioned, the 2 of us attend every meeting, if at all possible. We're both involved all the way through the projects.
You're both licensed?
Andrew's working on his right now.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, you're basically getting 2 sets of eyes and ears on every conversation, every design. Oftentimes, we'll both start working on a schematic design together. One of us might take the lead and move forward with it. And we might just set it aside for a day or 2, or we'll hand it off to the other. And we'll come back to it 3 or 4 days later, and feels like just like that, if we're stuck somewhere, we'll find a solution. It just becomes obvious if you just let it sit.
Yeah.
But I think we're very responsive. Clients can get hold of us just about any time, including weekends. I try not to answer when I'm standing in the river fishing, but we're both readily accessible. We visit all our projects as much as we can. Whenever we're in the neighborhood, we'll swing by a project and take a look.
Where do you live?
I'm here in Louisville.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Andrew's up north in Loveland.
And you guys work out of the house mainly, or you go still in Prospect?
We closed our studio in Prospect just after COVID.
Yeah.
So we're both currently working at home. We've got office space at the clubhouse at TPC that we can use. But we found
not so bad.
No, we found that we're generally meeting clients at their homes or on site, so little overhead, so that helps everything.
And the restaurant at TPC is pretty good too, right?
It is very good.
Yeah. So how many more lots is there quite a bit more build out there?
The custom lots are few right now. I believe they have opened up another parcel for semi-custom, but it's starting to get built out.
Yeah. It's up and coming for sure.
Yeah.
So fly fishing. What is it that you love about fly fishing?
Oh, it's not necessarily always about catching fish. That's the cherry on top. But it's just getting out with your buddies, standing in a river, no traffic, no noise, just taking it in, relaxing. Just got back on a little junket up to Wyoming. We fished our way up to Jackson, spent a few days with a guide up in Jackson, and then hustled our way back. But
where'd you start out?
We started off on the North Platte, just north of Walden.
Okay.
And then up to the Green River. And then all the way up to Jackson.
I haven't fished Jackson.
Yeah, the Snake River below the Tetons is just phenomenal.
Oh, man. Where's your go-to place in Colorado?
Probably, between the Colorado, the Blue.
Yeah?
Yeah, we kind of hit all the rivers around.
I just read something yesterday about Gray's Reef and how they're going to, no more barbs and no more eggs up top.
Exactly.
So what do they call it when
they call it a peg egg.
A peg egg.
Yeah, you basically just drop a hook below an egg.
They say no more.
Right.
There, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I fish grays a lot, and I've had like one good day out of 7. Like one that you're like, wow, it's crowded.
It is. It's well known. It is pretty fabulous fishing. It could get windy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Windy for sure. It's Wyoming.
Yeah.
So no, I try and break away at least 3 times a year for a good trip to just relax and get centered, just watch a fire.
Yeah.
Good.
We talked a while back about getting out together at some point.
Let's do it.
We need to, yeah.
Our past client and your friend, Peter, does he fly fish too?
Peter
Lindsley.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Yeah,
does he go with you on your guide trips?
He does. He was with us. Yeah.
I gotta get out with you guys. That'd be fun.
Yeah. He's a great guy. And that his house turned out amazing.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it was such a story, such a painful story.
Yeah.
We're going to remodel it and it burns down. And then, I mean, I'm glad we got to rebuild it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. What's like your project that you're most proud of? Doesn't have to be, this is the biggest house I've ever designed, but what's one that you're like, hey, this is special to me?
Well, you just brought up the Marshall Fire. We all lived through that.
Mm-hmm.
I was fortunate to be just on the north edge. But when that happened, we were actually up fishing and got a call that Peter may have lost his home.
Mm-hmm.
And we immediately scrambled back, and there was no way of getting into Louisville at the time. We were down south, had to swing around through Denver and get as close as we could. But boy, just seeing so many friends and family lose their homes. I got a call 3 days after the fire from a lady who lost her home.
Mm-hmm.
We knew each other from working out together. Didn't really know each other other than being acquaintances. And she asked if she could talk to me about designing her home.
Mm-hmm.
And we met the next day down at Bittersweet. Just hearing her story, it was just tough. And so we ended up designing their home, as well as another friend of ours. We actually did both homes pro bono. We ended up doing 8 total of the rebuilds. Would have loved to been able to help more folks in that way, but just felt like the right thing to do, hearing the stories and the insurance issues. But those stand out as being pretty special, just being able to help some folks out.
Yeah.
The project I mentioned that we just won the award for, that means a lot. I mean, I've never, like I said, we never try and win awards, but it's certainly appreciated, and it's really the clients that we meet that are special and we become friends with. And Andrew's got several golf clients that he continues to golf with, and I've been out fishing with a few of our clients. So
it becomes a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go back to, you talked about helping out 8 in the Marshall Fire. Those meant a lot. Those that definitely living in town as well, transformed our town, our space. Me, I met with probably 120 families saying, hey, what's the answer? And I'm like, not sure yet, but we're here and we'll figure it out. We didn't build 150 homes or anything. I mean, we said, hey, we're going to be who we are and not try and chase something that we're not. So, I think for us, it meant a lot to say, okay, we're going to do our custom homes, and this client that we know how to work for. And so, I mean, we did 17 rebuilds, so pretty awesome. Some for some dear friends, and, it did. It's like, I've used this term coming out of that, which is building with purpose, like for you, designing with a purpose. Because you're like, okay, like we can build a 15,000 square foot home. I mean, it means a little bit more when you're like, man, we're building this 2,600 square foot home for this family who lost everything. And I'm glad we're past that for the most part. I know there's still some people that aren't cleared up from it, horrible insurance stories, but it's awesome. You did Louisville, Aspen, TPC. How many homes do you think Red Pencil has touched between renovations and new builds?
Yeah, that's a great question. Andrew and I were actually giving that some thought a while back and just going through our Outlook with our project folders and our archived projects and our current projects. I mean, there's got to be over 250 projects in 13 years.
Yeah, it's interesting because we've been doing this 25 years, and our dad was a builder before. And we're trying to get all we have all my dad's old paperwork still. So we're like, okay, who's going to spend the time? But let's see that all the addresses that Dad worked on and that we probably helped him on as kids.
Yeah.
And then, go through our client list. And I mean, like in Boulder County alone, we're like 375 homes that the Krueger family has touched. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, sure, it's still small potatoes, but you're like, wow, like if you go down this street or that street, So that's why I kind of like to ask the question. Like, I left building for a little bit, and then I got back in, and I realized when I wasn't in it, I was like, it was just a business job, and I really enjoyed leaving a mark, leaving something, improving something that really made me want to get back into building. So I was like, oh, like I can drive my kids around and be like, hey, our name's on that.
Right.
It's a proud moment.
It is.
So
yeah, it means a lot driving through neighborhoods and seeing your work, and you hope it stands the test of time.
Yeah, it'll last, but the design will change. Every 10 years, somebody wants to change something.
Right.
But so you went to CU, and so did you graduate out of Denver or?
No, out of Boulder.
Out of Boulder. This is when they still had a program in Boulder then? Because isn't it only in Denver now?
I believe that's correct. When I went through CU, it was environmental design.
Yeah.
That was my degree.
Okay.
Andrew went through environmental design as well, but then he followed up with his master's degree at CU Denver.
So like my inspiration for building goes back to, seeing it, growing up in it and wanting to leave a mark and a name. What is it that inspired you to get into architecture?
I really can't go back and pinpoint anything specific other than I was always drawing as a kid. I was always doodling, not necessarily structures, but more cartoons, or later on, it was portraits. I used to draw a lot of sports portraits. I knew you were going to ask this question. You gave me a heads up, and I started thinking about it a little bit. But my grandmother, as I was going through CU and taking design courses, I remember her always telling me how she always wanted to be an architect. But women at the time were not allowed to go through design school back in the early 1900s. So I don't know if her talking to me at an early age about some of that maybe resonated with me, but I was always fascinated with the history of structures more than a specific style or even a specific architect. I just was fascinated with, old churches or castles. I've been fortunate to travel a bit and just study different structures. But even walking through Old Town Louisville and seeing the old miner shacks and some of the historic homes. I actually sit on the Historic Preservation Commission and review all the projects that come before us that are over 50 years old that folks are considering demoing or renovating. It needs to come before us. So just, back to the inspiration, just that history of structures in general is fascinating.
Does building science geek you out at all?
I think the way buildings are put together does. I mentioned the as-built process on renovations. I love crawling through crawl spaces or shallow basements and studying how the foundations are put together and the wall structure.
I'm similar in that I kind of like renovations and additions and remodels more. It's kind of like, okay, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
All right. How do we put this old and new together? Right. And how do we make it feel like it's all one still? I mean, a good architect helps us with that. But also it's like, okay, the floors can't, we gotta bring the new floor in just at the right level. So we got to spend a lot of time making that right. Because if it's off, it's off. And you don't want to do that. So. And
as you know, the old lumber, a 2x10 is not a 2x10 today.
Yeah.
And so if you're trying to match those floor elevations,
you're like, okay, we got to shim
down or shim up or.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the aspects of the renovations. I mean, we do it all. We got great skill in my brother Brian and Warren and our project team that, we put all our heads together. There's probably not much we haven't done in our years. How long have you been doing the Louisville?
I've been on the commission. This is my third year now.
Okay. Enjoying it?
Yeah. It's fascinating, some of the projects that come before us, because it includes the history of the home. They go to the museum and get all the background, social history. So hearing some of those stories. But yeah, renovations are a passion of mine. I probably enjoy doing a renovation more so than a custom, trying to work around the existing conditions. As you know, clients often come to us or yourselves with sketches, ideas that they have, and we always are very responsive, but at the same time try and be devil's advocate and throw out other ideas. So it's always fun to come back and maybe surprise them with schematic design that they hadn't even considered.
So true, even for myself. So I have an old 1987 split level, and I do this a lot. And I had some hand sketches, and I'm like, I should probably do this. This is going to be cool. Yeah. I ran it by an architect, and he just sketched a few things, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to let them do what they do.
Yeah.
Because the things, how you guys approach that is so different than a builder's perspective. I'm going to be like, oh, well, this will be more cost effective and cheaper. And so, no, because sometimes it's like the inspiration has to come first. Marty, what do you want people to know about you?
Well, as far as architecture, just a very creative architect, along with Andrew, honest. We communicate well.
Tell me a story where a project has gone wrong. You've been doing it long enough. You've had one.
Yeah, we've had not many, but you're right. There have been a couple. I think the couple of times that maybe things have gone down the wrong path have been a result of personalities more than design.
Yeah.
Maybe the client was very passionate about what they brought, and as much as we're receptive to it, we try and show them ideas, and maybe they. I don't know. That's a good question. I can only think of two specifically, and one, he kept trying to force us down one direction with his design, and we tried to explain time and time again that it wasn't possible, although anything's possible.
In the project boundaries, it's
right,
not. Yeah.
Right. And so it was mutually agreed that we would just...
Yeah.
But that
when a client grabs your pen and starts sketching on your plans, right. How does that make you feel?
Right. Honestly, sometimes we do hand them the pen, and they're not able to verbalize. And that reminds me of another point. We talk to our clients a lot about... Oftentimes you ask them what they like, what their inspiration is. Oftentimes we'll ask them to show us what they don't like, which is just as important as what they do like, both with interiors and exterior styles. So yeah, I think there's only been a couple down that we've come across.
So the services that you provide, you talked about like conceptual to schematic to the CDs. You guys like to go out and make site visits. What's your services once you get to that CD that you want to explain to your clients that you offer?
Yeah, so we tell all our clients we can be as involved as they would like us to be post permit issue once construction starts. We're always available if our builder needs something. If we can't answer it over the phone immediately, we can be down to the job site, usually that same day if it's an emergency. We don't charge for site visits unless our clients are asking us to be there, weekly or, bi-monthly type of thing. So it really depends on their comfort level, our builder's comfort level, how much we need to be on site. But we're always available to answer questions, develop a detail that might be needed midstream.
No interiors, from what I remember, right?
No, we do include some interior elevations in our building section work, but we really find that the interior designer, that's kind of their niche, and
they stay up to date on what's available and how to put it together.
Yeah,
I like that. Some architects, that's one of their strengths, where they'll do the architectural and the interiors. I really like, you get fresh perspectives, I think.
Exactly. And then even up front, before we're under contract, we'll oftentimes do some zoning studies or a site study. If somebody's looking at a specific lot, maybe asking what size footprint might fit on it. We'll do a quick study.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
What do you tell your clients when they are considering the builders? What's your input to them about what to do?
I think relationship, personality fit is a big, you're in their lives for the next year and a half. We always have them speak with former clients of the builders, look at their projects, if possible, during construction, if they can take a look at a project under construction, not just the finished product, but just get an idea of their job sites, how attentive they are to the project as a whole, not just the finished product. I think personality is a big thing. We try and direct our clients towards a builder that we think will be a good personality. Obviously, somebody that's local. Marshall Fire, as we know, there were guys coming in from everywhere, and I don't know how some of those turned out, but
I do. I know the stories. All right. So I'm going to ask a weird question because I'm a builder. Who's your top builder that you would be like, hey, I'm sure it's geographic related, but who is it and what makes that builder amazing?
Well, you guys would be on top of our list locally. In Denver, we work with a builder. It's a husband and wife, Gunlock Homes. They're fantastic. She's a realtor. Brad is the builder, and they just do a fantastic job. A lot of infill product in Wash Park. Gruber Custom Homes, who did the renovation we've spoke of, would be one of our top builders down there.
There's a lot of different ones out at TPC, isn't there?
There are, a lot of northern builders out of Fort Collins.
Who would your top pick be out there?
Brannon Homes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that
Heard the name, yeah.
He's done most of our custom. He's currently doing 2 for us right now. But he would probably be the top builder up north. Let's
use them at Brennan as an example. What do you like about who they are and their business that you keep referring them?
Well, their execution is fabulous. They've got a great in-house staff. They've got their own interior design in-house. Yeah, their execution, their attention to detail. We always have a pre-construction meeting with them. They're big into modeling in Revit, if possible, the structure beforehand.
Yeah,
making sure everything's going together, and it's been a benefit. We've come across some things that we didn't see on the drawings until it was modeled. They really pay attention to detail. They're not afraid to give us a call if they have a question. We can run a detail by them. If we have any questions, they offer their input. So they're great to work with.
That's cool. Good. You're like, why are you asking about promoting other builders?
Right.
No, I think about, there's a lot of competition in building, but there's also a level where we're co-competitors, kind of like, hey, I'm not offended that you're looking at this job because I know you're a quality builder. It's that tough when that out-of-towner comes in and you're like, okay, I hope they make the right decision, whether it's me, this guy, but not that one, and it's good to admire other businesses.
Yeah.
If they're doing your projects, they have some level of success, and their secret sauce is something that's important.
I know back in the day, several builders that we worked with were involved in Builder 20 groups where they got together, builders from around the country, different areas, and they would get together once a year and just trade stories and input. And I was always curious how it seemed like it was a great idea.
Yeah. Because building's hard. It really is, down from the trades to municipalities and, new codes and, all right, how are you handling these situations? And so collaboration is important. I love to be able to sit and collaborate with other builders, listen to the other famous podcasters or, the shows that they have. But it's pretty interesting.